football. Hey, welcome back to the North Florida Sports Network. It is just another football Monday. Not that many to left. You got what? Two. Against the Super Bowl after the Super Bowl.
That's right.
It was a lot of good games, man. The last one, another wide ride for the Bills in a playoff game. What a good game that was, man. What a good game.
Competitive.
I'll
use the word competitive.
Back and forth. Josh Allen gave it everything he had.
He did.
Running hard. I thought his legs might be the difference, but
you know, he might never make a better throw in his career.
That long, deep throw he made, that Diggs
70 yards in the air. Yeah, man.
That was a hell of a throw. And you got to make that catch.
Yeah. Well, you know.
The Chiefs' offense came to play the running game. Pacheco in particular.
Little angry Russian.
Wow.
Guys running over people.
And it was like the fumble they had out of the end zone that resulted in a touchback. Gave the Bills a chance, but
I just don't understand.
They drove down, had the chance to kick the field goal, and they missed it. But
yeah, it's a good game, man. Good, competitive game.
It was. They were missing some linebackers. The Chiefs took advantage of that. Kelsey. The Ravens, they took care of business. They struggled a little bit in the first half.
Yeah.
But, man, they really came out.
Crap out of everybody.
In the second half.
They might just roll their way to the title, man.
Well, I don't know. That's a great matchup. It's going to be a fun matchup. I think the Chiefs showed that they're tough. The defense is not. They find that Snead guy finally gave up his first touchdown of the year.
Yeah, but you saw it. Yeah,
that and it
like,
took. So
it's pinpoint. Also, just amazing catch.
Right. So
I don't know, man.
Defense, Kansas City, and then you have Patrick Mahomes.
I think the Ravens' defense is considerably better than the Bills.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yep. Well, we'll talk about that later.
But Kyle Hamilton is
your Niners.
Yeah.
You almost picked it.
Right.
You got away with it.
Yeah, the
Packers came out ready.
They did. Aaron Jones is one of the most underrated players in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jordan Love got a lot better throughout the season. Like, he played really well, made some great throws, made a horrible decision at the end there. Yep. Brock Purdy clearly had a problem throwing that football.
Right.
He got lucky with a few.
Well,
but hey,
we'll go back to start from how I started. Lamar Jackson was 16 of 22, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 carries, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Right, 4 touchdowns, man. Like
4 overall touchdowns. How are you gonna?
You're not. You're gonna lose. That's plain and simple. Until somebody shows that it can be done, like I don't think they're gonna lose.
Woo! Well, they had enough. You know, they had Edwards and Hill give them another combined 106 yards on the ground, and then Cook got in at the end.
Yeah, and Dalvin
so
coming
ran
in
the ball for
3 or 4 carries.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Dalvin can come in and just all of a sudden just bust one of his old school long runs and be done for the day.
And but Zay Flowers led the team in catches. There was only 4 for 41, but they don't really need it.
He's dangerous.
You know, they're going to try to run that ball.
They look like the best team. They got it rolling. It's going to be a great game, though.
That defense with the new coordinator has really looked good.
Right.
Disguised a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So Andy Reid.
This will be a biggest test.
Yeah, it's a couple newer. Todd Monken's not so much a new guy for, the Ravens offense, but, he's compared to what's his name, Spags on the other side for the defensive coordinator.
Right. I mean, Kansas City's defense played well.
Right. When it was time to shut it down, they shut it down.
That was a hard-fought game. Josh Allen gave it everything that he had. Kansas City, the offense looked really good, actually. I mean, the offense looked tough. When you give Mahomes
guys caught the ball.
weapons, yeah. When he catch the ball,
Yeah, when you catch the passes,
and they
they're
changed
right there.
they changed the way they threw it. Like they didn't throw those balls that they have been dropping, so they changed it.
Yeah,
Gave it a
but
lot easier passes over the middle.
that's the best game that what's his face? What is Valdez Scantling?
Yeah,
That's the best game he's played in a while.
Right.
Especially in a big game.
yeah.
So that was big. They they look sneaky, man. You could definitely see him making it, but the Ravens just look so good. So
Yeah.
good.
But I mean, I'm telling you, the Chiefs. That's going to be a good test. We'll see. We'll find out. But
It's
Chiefs,
got to be the late game, though, right? Even though
no, that's the early game.
is it?
Yeah,
Well, obviously, because they're out in the Bay.
but it's the rushing game for Kansas City that changes it. If they're going to be able to stop the run and force Mahomes into those telegraph passes, it's going to be a lot tougher defense, a lot better linebacking core that you're going to face in Baltimore when this time around.
Yeah, better defense overall.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. In the NFC, you got the Niners who beat the Packers.
Right, man. It
I know
was
you were really
well.
stressing about that one.
Yeah, Debo goes out. Third play of the game.
Yep.
For 2 of the first 3 plays went to him. I think
Right.
it was pretty obvious the entire game plan was going to be centered around him until they took him out of the game.
Well, when you throw, I mean, Purdy gave him a couple ones and they didn't catch him.
Yeah, he got really lucky.
So you got to
He
catch.
he
I mean,
played-
no, but the Packers, I think that was the difference of the game. If they catch one of those, they win.
Yeah,
They catch one of those.
just one
picks.
of them. Yeah, but
Because it ended up.
that's kind of the way he lives, dude.
Well, he didn't have any picks on the game, and we
No.
said if he doesn't turn the ball
He
over,
doesn't turn the
they'll
ball
win.
over. Yeah,
And they did because
Right.
he did.
Well,
They
he
didn't
did,
catch him.
but-
They didn't catch him.
right.
And
All they
he
had to
him
do was
there.
catch just
He had
one of
two
them.
right in their hands.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
One was probably going to be taken to the house.
You saw it in the other NFC game, the Bucks game. The Bucks dropped a couple
Yeah,
easy ones that Goff gave them, and you got to take those when they're giving them to you. Those
Yeah, no,
drop
when they-
picks are really huge.
yeah, it changes the game. Lions look really good on offense. When they got it humming, they got some weapons.
Yep.
Their defense is still suspect.
Well,
to me.
you're going to have the Niners who Brock Purdy was 23 of 39. I mean, he wasn't that great, but he led him down there when he had to.
Yeah,
But McCaffrey, 98 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns.
right. And they
They went to Kittle. They got Kittle.
They went to
involved.
Kittle. They started going a little more to McCaffrey. They just, we'll see.
It's going to be tough without.
But they clearly the focal
Debo.
point. Yeah, the focal point of the offense was going to be Debo for that game. So they kind of, like same thing with the Dolphins with Tyreek Hill. When he gets injured in the game, they kind of have to adjust on the fly. So it screws some things up. I think Debo is going to try to play this week, and they said it wasn't a fracture in the
Right.
shoulder. So he's
Well,
50-50. He's going to
Purdy's
try.
going to be able to throw it. I mean, the
not
Lions
raining.
give up yards.
It's not raining.
I mean, Baker was able to get 350 on.
Yeah. Well, the
couple
Lions
of timely picks though, but
the Lions are one of those feast or famine type
Right.
defenses. I just, you really need to get the running game going more. I thought Shanahan went away from the run game, in the second and third quarter, especially.
well, they're
Pulled
probably
it out though.
right.
That's Dre Greenlaw coming in clutch. What do you have? 2 picks?
Well, it's either Goff's going to go to his second or Purdy's going to go to his first. So some gives. One of these guys is going to go into the Super Bowl.
Right. You're either going to get the Lions finally getting to the Super Bowl, which it'd be big, man. They've never been.
Yeah,
They've never even dreamt of.
I don't see it in my early.
I mean, I don't know though. I much rather would have had the Niners playing the Bucks if I had to pick between the teams.
Yeah, they have weapons all over the field. What I don't see Goff being able to do it on the road. If he can do it on the road against that defense in San Francisco, then they deserve it.
Yeah.
Find out.
I mean, they're all just earning a chance to go get beat by Baltimore, man. It is what it is.
So you like Baltimore first glance?
I do. Baltimore at home. If Mahomes pulls it off, then just add another.
He was 17 of 23, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Mahomes,
that's the that he didn't throw any though. He didn't look like he put any up a chance. As far as we just talked about Goff, he didn't have any picks either, and either did the other.
Right,
but he also threw it right to him.
Right,
and I didn't see that out of Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes is at the point in his career where you're just not even going to look at stats. It's going to be like, does he keep winning games? And he just keeps winning games. 7 completions, but the difference in the game, there were those 7 completions that he made, obviously. He's just going to find a way to win it. It's not going to look good all the time. But I don't think they're going to get it done.
Get it, but 15 carries, 97 yards for Pacheco.
Yeah. But he would have iced the game, man. He would have iced the game if you don't give it to Hardman on the 2-yard line on some stupid little wide receiver.
Control the ball, be efficient, let that defense that you have rest, because they have a defense. They have shutdown players, all pro type players on both in Chris Jones and then Snead, the corner. He locks them down. So
they have the
linebackers too.
Underrated guys, man. Drew Tranquil.
Right.
He'll timely blitzes, timely sacks, big plays.
Their defense is why that's why they had him in the game. That's the difference in the team all year.
Yeah.
And they struggled at points when the offense maybe tried to do too much. But they played who they were, against Buffalo on the road. They looked efficient, running the ball, throwing it over the middle to Kelsey. Scanling when he had to, caught it. Boom.
Yeah, but we'll see, man.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be
Baltimore.
This is going to be a great game. I can't wait for this game.
Yeah,
Baltimore, Kansas City, man. This is heavyweight title, man. I mean, you have to be the champ. You got to beat the champ.
What time is
kickoff? It's at 3:00 Sunday.
Nice.
Lamar Jackson has to beat Patrick Mahomes. Get over that hump.
You got to. I mean, he's got. I think he has the MVP locked up.
Right, he's got the MVP. He's got both of them. Will have 2 MVPs.
Yep.
But the difference now is Mahomes has the championships.
Yeah,
and you have the team around you.
Right.
Lamar, there's nothing you can say.
Nothing you can say about it.
You have the weapons.
Yeah.
On offense.
So it's a winnable game. Kansas City has a really good defense, but this is a winnable game.
This is going to come down to the quarterbacks. Who plays better?
Yeah.
Who plays better at that position?
I think the difference is going to be Lamar Jackson killing him with his legs.
And that's the thing, man. When Lamar, before it was like, oh, you got to contain his legs as the wild card. Now you have to worry about so many other aspects of the offense, and he's getting the ball to Flowers, to Odell. You got to worry about him.
Well, it becomes like
the running game.
Now, saying going for 11 for 16, 160 yards and a couple of touchdowns is like, it's not a big deal anymore for Lamar Jackson. Yeah. When he first got it, it was like, wow, that's
They've
great.
Been saving it, though.
Yeah. If he can, and that's the difference. He can just make that the standard, what he can do from a passing
100
standpoint,
yards last game.
Because he continues to kill you with the legs.
Right.
Like his speed and his ability as a runner, it's not going away as the years progress. Like, running backs who take huge beatings and stuff, they lose a step. Even after 2-3 years, Lamar Jackson is just incredible. That's going to be the difference in the game. What I think is going to be the difference in the game is Kansas City's just not going to be able to find a way to stop that. But we'll see, man. Shit.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning one way, though. But we'll pick that later.
We'll pick it later.
Pick it later, man.
I'll go back and forth. You go ahead and put the lines. I'm picking the lines.
Oh, you are?
The lines. Shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. Man.
What a great story.
It would be.
What a great story. I mean, just see the Lions make it to the NFC Championship. Last time they made it to the NFC Championship was against the Hogs.
Yeah.
91. I remember that.
Yeah.
They got demolished.
Dude, nobody was beating that team.
Art Ripken's
Yeah, he put together 1 year,
Gibbs.
man. 1 year. He just he put his body on the line. He let it all hang out. have one really good year. It helps when you had guys like Ricky Sanders and Art Monk, Gary Clark. That was the trio, man. Those receivers were nasty.
The strength of this Lions team is the offense.
Yeah,
they have some playmakers on the defense.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing.
The young guy.
Back then, the Lions
got to watch out for him, though.
Just Barry.
Because that's the kind of guy that can change the game. He can maybe get to Purdy.
Yeah.
You got to get it out. You got to keep him.
Well, they got guys on defense. They
right. You got to keep that's. Yeah. That's, again, I mean, you can say that's an easy pick, but it's going to, again, come down to Brock playing efficiently. If he plays that way and doesn't give him picks, San Francisco's going to win this game.
You got to run the ball
easy because they should be able to move the ball.
You have a Hall of Fame left tackle. Use him. Nobody else in football like Trent Williams. You're going to have to ride that guy in the running game. Figure out ways to dominate the line of scrimmage if you're San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't much going on.
There's nothing going on in college football right now.
College hoops, the Noles came up short against Clemson Tigers in snapping the 5-game winning streak.
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job of keeping, PJ Hall's points under control.
Ran out of gas.
Yeah, that guy's just a beast, man.
They got another one too.
Yeah, they do, but it's PJ Hall. Like, yeah, he is. I think he's gonna probably win. He should win Player of the Year in the conference.
Well, Clemson was struggling in the conference. They needed that game.
Yeah. Well, the conference is wide open.
Florida State, nobody's still 5-2 in the league, but that margin for error
much smaller.
I mean, it's a
keep coming, man.
Shot.
You on the road against
you have to week. Yeah, you got to win.
Or tomorrow, shit.
You got to get on another streak. You can't afford to.
Well, you can't let
probably more than 3 more games.
Yeah,
all year if you have any chance at the tournament.
Right.
Like 3 games.
Right
so
now,
that's
being realistic, dude. The NIT would be
that would be good. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it if they can get on it, and that's still something that they're going to have to earn.
Right. That's why you can't let this loss mount and become 5 losses.
Yeah.
Last season the losing streak was ridiculous. It was just a spiral. I don't see this team mentally having that kind of collapse. I mean, now whether it keeps them from reeling off L's, who knows?
Yeah. Well, they don't really have the 3-point shooting other than Darren Green Jr. Nobody's
you live and die with Darren
hitting the 3, and
well, they don't have anybody with that rep.
In today's game, you need to have that. You need to have
you do, and that comes back to the way that you've built the program. They've always kind of sacrificed some things and what they're looking for. If a guy's a really good 3-point shooter, but he's only 6'1", he may not be getting a sniff from Ham and company, So
yeah, well,
you live and die with the big guards, man.
Yeah, I think Baba Miller needs to be more aggressive.
Yeah, and he was doing a really good job of doing that, but the size of Clemson down low, was clearly a factor. And they may be getting a little tired, man. This grind is starting to pick up. I don't know how many games this is now in the last week and a half, but you just got to.
Well, you got outshot by 11%, so 51% to 40%. You're not going to.
Yeah, I got a bigger problem with the.
Only made 4 threes.
Just the jump shots.
You were out rebounded by 17.
That's another. That's where you got killed. PJ Hall.
Like you knew you were going to get out rebounded in that game, but you couldn't be almost doubled up like you were.
The other guy, Godfrey, down low, they were killing him. You can live with 1 3-point shooter, man, is if you can hit your jump shots. If anybody else could just actually make shots, and that's what they struggle to do at times. Everybody just drives to the rim. Some of them can finish at the rim, some of them can't. Primo's got a couple nice little shots out there, but even then he's not. He's maybe 60% with it, if that.
All right. Well, what about?
So that's your basketball.
Yeah. What about the portal?
The portal. Well, I mean, it's pretty much closed for now.
Never close, man.
Till April. No, now it's all the behind the scenes stuff. It's the tampering and the constant battling and the
am I going to get a play, or where do I sit on the roster?
Right. I don't know, man. I think that, with the last couple moves from Alabama, obviously they lost Julian saying their big time signee to Ohio State. I mean, you may see a little bit of movement like that. I don't know that. I don't want to say that Alabama's going to just go crazy when the April portal opens up, but I do know that they're going to be looking for some players. So everybody better hold on to their butts.
Uh-oh.
Right.
We had to go.
Yeah, I mean,
well, we got to get on out of here, man.
Yeah. But sports are slowing down, man. It's getting to be basketball season, no football.
Just not NBA yet.
Nah, I mean, I don't really pay attention to the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much. I like to check it out. Like, almost like I used to in baseball back in the day when you had the papers and check the standings.
Yeah.
But now
there's a lot of games. I mean, there's too many franchises that just aren't even taking the season seriously before it even starts. So a lot of games don't really matter to the other team playing them. Whatever. I'll pay attention during the playoffs, man, when it gets competitive.
That's right. Well, was it Junior Day?
Oh, yeah, this past weekend, Junior Day. Yeah, kiddie pool.
Kiddie pool.
Nothing really big. It just seems that they're going to actually focus on linebacker recruiting for the first time in a long time.
They should.
Yeah. Mike, I guess, is going to make it an emphasis. Maybe take a little bit of control of the wheel there, hopefully.
I'd like to hear that.
I do. Maybe they'll keep Coach Shannon out of the state of Texas, so we won't have to sign any more linebackers than end up at UTEP.
FAMU still looking for a coach?
Yeah, they're not really talking a whole lot about it.
No. Keep an eye out for that. But I'm excited about the championships, the NFL conspiracy.
Let's see
Baltimore versus San Francisco.
I say, why not Lions versus Chiefs? I mean, you can make a case for either one of them.
What, for the color?
Yeah, it looks purple, but it could be blue to somebody.
The colorblind.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, we got hoops tomorrow night.
Hoops, there it is.
Hoops, there it was.
Oops, there it was.
There it went.
There it went.
Again.
Oh, God, I know.
I know. It's better than last year. But they need to... Don't let it go into... Don't let that one loss turn into two or
death
three.
spiral, man, to where now all of a sudden you...
Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
We'll watch it. We'll react to it. We'll talk to you next time. Right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our